All right, we are back. Just finished off an atrocious 5-11 season. Bengals not going anywhere this year. Ravens played pretty well though, going 12-4, led the entire NFL record-wise too at 12-4. Kind of curious to see where we fell down here as far as our draft picks gonna be. Seahawks, Giants making. How about the Giants? Broncos sliding in there. The Dolphins even turning that season around, that franchise around, I should say. 9-7. Rams still in contention at 9-7. A lot of 7 and 9 teams. We might have a better draft pick than I thought. Look at all the 7 and 9 teams. This is a very, very balanced league this season. Yes, sir. We're going to be about 4th in the league. 4th overall pick next year, which is good because I don't think we're looking for a quarterback just yet. So we should be able to, see these teams maybe take a quarterback, and we'll be able to pick up some sort of defenseman, hopefully in the 4th pick. Right now, though, I have to say it killed us. Went out there, we was 1-8, prime contention. Could have had that 3rd or 2nd overall pick, but we couldn't quite do it there. Not a big deal, though. Not a big deal. Team's gonna get better, though. This is gonna be our year. Let's go ahead and advance to the Super Bowl, so we can go ahead here and see who won this Super Bowl. We're going to get ready to talk free agency, talk draft, see how this team needs to go. Is that free agency or drafting? Free agency always comes first, right? I don't know why I keep thinking it's drafting then free agency. It's always the other way around. I always think it'd be nice that way. Draft the players and then you can sign what you need, but that's just not quite how she works. Free agency's shortly after the season every year. Oh, we got to scout players still. See, it's so strange. It didn't let us scout players before. I don't think we have a lot more to scout, from being completely honest. I had scouted, not unscouted. But if we go ahead and take a look here, we have a lot of running backs, wide receivers. What about quarterbacks to eat the points? Right tackle, we'll scout just in case. 4th round of the projecting. I don't need a center as well. We'll throw him under Anthony Davenport. 2nd round pick could be a good one. The CBs are what I'm actually worried about here. So let's make sure we get a couple. That was a terrible one. Make sure we get a couple of these scouted if we can. That is not good. Man coverage here by Nate Reynolds. Again, not great. Strong safety. Never have too many. Oh, this might be a good pick right here. Hit power, pursuit, tackle. Decent. Got to throw that hit power in there, though. Throw you off a little bit. 3rd rounder as well. Frederick. I don't even know how to say his name yet. Left outside linebacker. Again, somebody we're looking for. Hit power B-. Doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and see what we got here. We are at the end. The Super Bowl is here. It is the Brownies. Is that right? Super Bowl 56. Brownies and Vikings. What a Super Bowl. Brownies and Vikings. How about them Brownies? Still can't upgrade any of those players right there. View the yearly awards. Did we get a yearly award? Why are we here? It does not look like it. The MVP went to Jacoby Brissett. Really? How is Jacoby Brissett doing? Apparently I can't look at his player card here. Zeke going right behind him. How about that? Good for Jacoby Brissett. Good for him. Coach of the year went to Jay Gruden. Harbaugh right behind him. We are not anywhere to be found on this list, I'm sure. Not surprised at all there by that, but I think we're good here. We got that taken care of. We can go ahead, and we can't talk for agents yet, so we might as well go ahead and sim up to the next week here. I don't think we have too many guys we have to worry about in free agency. We'll check out the team here once we get to that point. Right now, we're just, finishing up the Super Bowl, so we can't quite look at that. I'm going Brownies. Brownies are winning it. And it wasn't the Brownies. I was wrong. Okay, it was close. Players ready to negotiate. Who wants to talk to us still? Tyler Newsome, CJ Uzama. I don't want to franchise tag him. John Miller. Last chance to negotiate with John Miller. We'll see if we need him. Same with Driscoll. I mean, we could sign Driscoll. I guess we could just... It's a backup quarterback for crying out loud. How much does he want paid to be a backup quarterback? $3 million. Oh, wow. You want that? Ooh. $10 million a year to be a backup? I'll draft a backup quarterback. I'm sorry, Driscoll. That's not going to happen. That is how you waste your salary right there, is signing a guy like Jeff Driscoll. Hard pass on that one. We take a look at the rest of the team. Did we even need Driscoll? Randy Bullock can play quarterback for us. He's got a 12 overall. That would almost work. We look, though, we have a couple guys actually that play left guard. We have Redmond out there still. Well, John Miller is actually our current right guard, so we actually do have to go out there and make sure he's signed, I guess. That would probably be a good idea. The 29-year-old veteran. As much as we would like to go out there and possibly pick up another left guard if we can. I mean, at the end of the day, Redmond can do it. How old is Redmond? Redmond can't be too much older, is he? He's 27. He's actually younger, so Redmond can play right guard for us. Don't be worried about that. Pike, you are not a guard. It looks like we have one guard right now under contract for us. Maybe we can draft another tackle or guard. I don't think we need to get Miller. We'll see what Miller wants paid here. We're going to consider other guys who can go out there and sign in other parts of this team that need some help here. CJ Uzama's being one of them. Let's see what he wants here. He wants $2 million for, it's not terrible, $3 million a year, 2 years. I think that's the last offer we made him, though, so I don't know if he's going to take that. We'll throw a little bit more money on it. I don't care if you take it or not. I'm happy to sign and continue. Oh, of course you are. I know you are. You're like, oh, nobody else wants to sign me. Okay, we can franchise tag Uzama, but he is not worthy of top 5 tight end money, so we're just going to ignore that. And Tyler Newsome, we're not concerned about either. Wait, is that our kicker right now? I think we don't have any other kicker. I'm thinking of Kevin Huber, but I think he's gone. If I remember correctly, Kevin Huber is no longer on this team. We'll take a peek here. Mixon, where's the... I don't see the place kick. Tyler Boyd. Why is there not a kicker spot on this? There we go. Randy Bullock. And yeah, Newsome is a punter, so we should probably re-sign him. That might be a good idea. Make sure we got a punter next year. Those punters, though, speaking of players that like to be paid, punters, good living out there to punt that ball. But hey, they changed field position for, you know, good reasoning. They deserve the money, you could say, to an extent. I'll go 2 years on you just so you're signed out to deal with it for a while. I don't want to go that heavy on the salary. Buy that an extra 100K though. See what you think about that. I'm happy to sign and continue to play for you guys. You're very welcome with your 65 overall. Could have probably drafted somebody, but again, we don't save our later draft picks. So it ain't something I'm too concerned about there. Let's go ahead here and get to, is this free agency week number 1 we're about to jump into? I'm pretty sure that's where we're at. See if we have anything we can work on. We was talking about making some trade. Can we make trades yet? Is it trade time yet? It is trade o'clock. Okay, perfect. But we was talking about maybe trading some guys as well. The offseason came and guys overalls must have dropped again. Speaking of which, Price being one of them, still at a 75. Come on, Bill, you got to do better than that. Tyler Boyd, Tylen Wallace, very happy to have those guys playing. John Ross right behind him. Auden Tate, not progressing much, but not a big deal there. As far as tight ends, we don't have much. We had to talk about drafting one or signing one. Drew Sample is definitely a tough gig there. Looking at the defensive side of things, Joey Griffin is still a defensive tackle. Running the 4-3, though, or 3-4, we won't have to use him as much. Lawson is out there. Baker is out there. Bernard, I think, is he getting old? He is 30 years old. He did not progress very well at all in this game. For a guy that was playing every day, he did not progress much at all. Neither did William Jackson, both around 30 now. Preston Brown's good. Sean Williams. So again, we need to talk outside linebackers. We tried to get one last year. Was it Blanton that we tried drafting? He just didn't turn out. He's still struggling. Hasn't really progressed much. I mean, a little bit, but we've seen a lot of drops here. Lost on the road, milestone goal. Oh, the milestone stuff hurts his stuff. Who would have thought? Allowed more than 400 total yards. That is definitely not good as well. It's a defense as a whole. The better the defense plays, the more they're going to upgrade, I guess, of course. So we can talk about, we don't need a left end or right end. We need a defensive tackle if we're going to run a 4-3. But I think we go left outside, right outside linebacker. I don't think we need to sign anybody. Maybe right guard? We'll see if it's cheaper to get a lineman than it is to draft one. We can go right guard or left guard and switch them up there. Try to bolster up that offensive line a little bit. Other than that, I don't think we have too much to worry about. I don't see anybody we needed to trade. I thought we had some trades out there, but I don't see any. Go out here and look at all the available free agents. Zeke's been out here a couple of different times now, it seems like. I am worried about... Let's just check out what they got for guards. Left guard, 78 overall. You want $9 million for that. That ain't bad, but how old are you? You're 25. That's it? 78 overall? I could consider that's a big upgrade. We could throw him on right guard. Let's see how his blocking and stats look. Run block 75. That's why 75 and 72. So he's got a lot of stats. Block, pass block, lead block, finesse. That stuff's a little better. But the 75, 72, I don't know how much of an upgrade that is compared to what we have right now. I'll take a look at Awesomely just for comparison here. And he's 73, 75 himself too. So maybe that's about where she is. And we have Alex Evans. He is about 75, 73. So that's about around that area. I'll take a look at the right guards out here real quick. Austin Corbett, he wants about 10 million over 2 years. So that is, again, fair. 26 years old. He is, that's a lot better. 84 on the run block, 75 on the pass block. I like his stats a lot better. This guy wants, I guess he wanted more than I was thinking. He wants 10 million over 2 years, but the bonus is separate there, of course. So he wants 15 million. That's a lot to sign a guard, though. Is it time? Is it time to make that big step? I'd like to draft a decent guard, but none of them want to progress. That's what's killing us here, is these guys just don't want to progress. Can we go one overall lower here? 80 on the pass block, or 80 on the run set. That's pretty solid there, too. If we can go here instead, 1 year, you want $6 million a year. Maybe see if we can draft somebody after that. Get Glasgow for now, though. I don't know how interested you would be on playing for us. But we wouldn't be tied down to a guy if we offered a guy like Glasgow money. So we'll throw it to him. He's very interested. 80 points. Perfect. That looks fantastic. See what else is out here just for a good time. We've seen the top 100, I think, before. Zeke was at the top of it. I don't think we need anything else besides tight end. Let's actually look at tight ends while we're here, because we need to think about somebody. Jordan Reed, injury waiting to happen. How old is Jordan Reed now? 32. Don't want to sign you for that long. You're 32. I'm sorry. Herndon the fourth is no longer suspended. How nice. He wants 4 years. He is 26. That could be a decent signing. They were talking $6 million a year for a tight end. 90 catching. His run blocking is not very good. Vance McDonald is out there again, an 80 overall. Anything but Drew Sample for a guy that can catch the ball. 81 catching, 70 to run block. That's better. Drew Sample is definitely not the answer. Well, Disley's out there. He's got star potential. He's 79. He's 26 years old. He's got 77 by 71. So that is not quite as good either there, though, for Disley. Tyler Croft, the ex-Bengal. Look at him. Star potential. Who would have knew he had it in him? How's the stats looking for Crofty-kins? Decent. Decent. There's a lot of tight ends out here, though. It does seem like, if I would have to say that. I might even be able to go cheaper here. I don't want 86 catching. So now that's a good catching tight end. Hayden Hurst. He's got the job right there to do what he needs to do. CJ Uzama is out there. We mentioned him and the money he wants. Like, get out. Oh, wait a minute. Does he want less than we was actually looking at? He doesn't really want that a whole lot. Just to take a look at what we have, though. CJ Uzama, 74 catching, 68 on a run block. So he did pretty solid, even with the 78 catching and 68 run blocks. So maybe we can find somebody in that area. Disley, 77 and 71. I think Disley's a good option here because he still can grow. He's 26. Thing is, he wants 4 million, a little over 4.5 a year. We're gonna give him exactly what he wants, see what he has to say about that. Very interested, and we'll see how she goes there. That's the only two guys we're gonna talk about signing. I'd rather not have to draft a tight end if we don't have to, and I'd rather not have to draft another left guard or right guard because our drafting with the guard so far has been beyond not good, to say the least. It's been a struggle for us. Looks like they both accepted our offers. Disley and Glasgow both making it to the team, so we definitely don't have to sign John Miller now. Did we sign him anyway? I think we let him walk. So Glasgow upgrading that offensive line, spitting right in there above John Miller. I guess we could have cut him now. Oh, well, we'll be all right. We always need some depth, though. Doesn't hurt to have a couple of those guys. Beefing up that offensive line a little bit. Good upgrade there. And same can be said about the tight end position. Give our quarterback plenty of targets. We need to go out there and draft good defensively now. I think we are ready to go. Let's sim up to this draft. See what we can't do here. See if we have any upgrades. No, we're still the same. They get us every time. Let's go and sim up to this draft, though. Here we go, though. Ready to go. Once again, last final peek at this team. We are looking for a left guard. Actually, how old is Rafferty? He might be still progressing. I'm going to have to worry about that. It is 23. Actually, we might be all right there with Rafferty. Hopefully, he progresses more. We just have so many guys that don't progress very quickly. I'd like to get our offensive line better. Oh, well, we'll be all right. Defensive tackle. Definitely need one of those. And we definitely need to go outside linebacker. And we definitely got to start talking cornerback. Both of our CBs are in their 30s, are approaching 30, so that is something that needs to heavily be considered. Sean Williams, oh, it is Sean Williams, 31, superstar X Factor though. But again, another place, if we have to do it, we have to do it and pick it up. I think we just got to do better in the draft. I think we've been struggling these last couple times. Let's go ahead and start this sucker up here, see what we can get cooking. Go ahead and see what we got here. All right, so safety is the #1 option here. Is there a way to go through this where I can see what his actual rank is? I don't know if it updates that with the update there or not. I don't think there's another thing to look at here, but I wanted to see that. Oh, whatever. We'll be fine. We'll look at Tony Brackett, catching traffic A, spectacular. Oh, that's some nice wide receiver stats. We don't need a wide receiver. We need a CB. Again, the CBs are tough to come by. Oh, that thing's right beside his face. Okay, I got you. You look at it like he's got B+, B on the man coverage, but you definitely... I don't know how I feel about that one. I mean, there's just not a lot of CBs out there right now. Let's see where we pick next. I think we have a couple picks before we make our first selection. See if we can't do some projecting here on where our next couple picks are. Ain't no trade because I don't have the slightest clue how else to do this. So we're just going to go straight here to look at this draft picks. We pick 4th, 9th, 20th. 4th, 9th, and 20th. So we have a couple picks here. We can pick a guy early, and we have a guy 9th coming off the board as well. So we do have a little bit to work with here. Let's go ahead and make our selection. Pick player again. Again, I want to go CB. We don't need a right end. That'll be fantastic. Leave him out there. Be great to have a strong safety, but he's not really necessary right now. We definitely got to talk about next man up at some point in time, of course. But right now, we got to worry about what's up right now. And we need something right now. Look at those stats for that defensive tackle. And Alex Gardner, A- on a block, shedding B+ pursuit. This guy looks solid. Let's see what we got here. Looking like he's top 10, first in his broad jump, doing very good in all of it. Top 10 in all the 40 or the combine report stuff. I'm liking Alex Gardner. I really do like what I'm seeing here. Alex Gardner might be the lead man here. We can talk about CB and Glenn Brown. His combine stats are they're all right. The 3-cone and 20-yard shuttle, the broad jump could be better. The 40-yard dash could be better. Again, 22 right now. We are either talking, we might be able to get them both. If we could get them both, that would be ideal. But I think we go for the defensive tackle. The thing that scares me is there isn't much of anything, really. I mean, there's no more defensive tackles, but there's no more CBs either. You know, you get down here, there's a B and Z. There's a good player right there. Stuart Manning looks pretty solid as well. So if we can't get him, I guess we can get Stuart Manning, and he's younger. B on his zone, B minus on the man. Has some pretty good combine stats there. I think that's where we go here. The outside linebackers are not looking fantastic. They're normally not first round players, though. That's the thing. You don't really go linebackers early. And we're seeing that here with a lot of these linebackers in their projections. I think we start with the defensive tackle out of Clemson, Alex Gardner. I like what I see here. The block shedding has me happy. The pursuit has me happy. Show me something nice. 76 overall. There we go. Hidden potential. Love seeing it. He's 23, but let's do this. 23. Looking like the big man wants to make some moves. 317 pounds and a good draft selection, to say the least, though. We have another pick on the clock. Let's see if they left us a CB out there for us to talk about. It's not looking good. It's not the noises you want to hear, I'm afraid, my friends. They took them all. They took all of them but Stuart Manning, I guess. Stuart Manning is out there. I like what I see out of Stuart Manning. He's got some really good scores. And most of these guys are looking at another Frederick and their defensive tackle. We ain't really too interested in him. Hit power, thanks for the fantastic stat. I'm glad that was in there. A lot of these guys are later round bust type guys. A minus and a hit power. Again, thank you. Fantastic. Glad that's in there. Looks like a bunch of booty stats to me, though. We are going CB, I think, here. We got another pick still. We have one more pick after this one. We are going all defense here. We have to do it. You can't rank in the bottom of the league in defense like we have and expect something good. Stuart Manning, decent grades. He can bench. Man can lift, as if that matters for CBs. He can lift. Two good stats though. Man and zone are both B and B minus. That's above the C plus area, obviously above the C plus. I like this. 9th pick, 21 years old, plenty of room too. Oh, see, the thing is his archetype is slot. Should I be concerned about that? I mean, he's man to man though, and he sucks though. So that was not nice. That was not nice at all. C plus and C plus there in Will Cameron. I mean, I like the guys that can do man to man a lot better, but this slot thing scares me if I should be worried about that. I'm not going to take it to heart, though. We are going to draft Stuart Manning and hidden potential in 74. We'll take it. We'll take it. He's going to grow. That's what we need. I like it. I like it. I like what we're doing so far. 2 hidden potentials in this draft. It has been a good draft so far for us. Happy to see it. We have talked about one last spot we need, and that is the outside linebacker position. I think that is the last thing we really need to be concerned about here in this draft. I mean, the CBs are looking great. We picked up some defensive tackle position. Blanton concerns me, and Malik Jefferson both. I don't care how young you are, Malik. You're 73 overall. You're getting older now. Actually, we need an outside linebacker to bolster up this defense, and I think we're starting to look like a powerhouse on the defensive side of the ball. Joe Mixon, just to make sure. So, like for running backs, we haven't scouted. You're 26. You're fantastic, Mexicans. Tyler Boyd, Tylan Wallace. I think we're looking great here. If we could pick up a defense or an outside linebacker. The thing is, you don't want to reach, and that's what's the difficult part here is there's stuff out here, of course, but how good is the stuff out here when you talk outside linebackers? Like, this guy's a 3rd rounder, be honest, on a tackle and a hit power and a block shedding. It's looking like our best option here might be Myron Chapman. B plus and a finesse on the tackle, the awareness. He actually has a good combine score. Really good. Look at this guy. First across the board as far as that combine score. He's going to be a good speed rush on that left outside linebacker. The thing that concerns me is we do not see... What stat are we missing there? Be my block shedding? I think we don't see his block shedding. But he's got good finesse, good tackling, good awareness. Good stuff to see. The one thing... Oh, we're missing a pursuit too. I'm kind of concerned we don't see pursuit either. Would like to see that better. But I mean, I think that's better than what we got here. We talk about Darius Powers. He is a later round guy. 4th, projection. I don't like that. I don't like seeing that at all. I do like seeing Myron Chapman, though. We got to try, I think. I think we got to try. We got to try. Let's do it. Chapman, 22, out of Auburn. What do you got for us? 77 and hidden potential. Another good pick. 3 straight huge 1st round picks this draft. Just what this team needed. He's going to slot right in there on that starting lineup. A 77 overall. You can't beat that. 80 tackles, 76 hit power, 86 speed, 87 acceleration. Very nice. The pursuit's at a 76. Got to work on a block shedding. Got to work on his zone. But hey, he can make it happen. This man, I love seeing it. Love seeing a hidden potential. I don't even know if we need anything else the rest of this draft. We can go ahead and sim up to our next user pick. I think we have a couple picks here. Let's see what we have. Maybe we can look and see if there's another linebacker out there. Frankly, I mean, if that's an option, that's an option. There's a lot of quarterbacks out here that are a lot of duds. Not a lot out here in general. There's a tight end. Be on a, no, we want that. Quarterback. Throw power, throw accuracy medium, short. Hey, that's some solid stats. Terrible combine score, but I mean, hey, it's a quarterback. What do you expect, right? Definitely not somebody we need to worry about right now. Outside linebacker, right? And there's another CB, Quan Mayberry, be on awareness, C+, and that's decent. That's something else we can talk about is another CB. If there's actually a stud or two out here, B+ in a zone, be on a play recognition, be on a press. I think he's got a little bit better stats, it looks like, and a better, Curtis Duval. I like him. I like what we're seeing here. He's got a B- in a man coverage, but we can work zone and make this work for this guy. I think he likes the zone. He's got great combine scores. Another one, top of the class. That worked so well for us last time. I think we have to try it again. He's sitting out there. He's looking great. I think that's a good place to go. I am going to say it is if it's not. We can make a big upgrade though. 2 CBs this year. Like I said, our CBs are getting older. They're not getting younger. The only other thing is I want to look at is left outside linebackers. Did we draft a left outside linebacker or right side out linebacker? How in the heck? Where's the drafted bud? That one. Okay, so we drafted a left outside linebacker, which means we can go ahead and look at the right outside linebackers and say, well, there's some decent guys. Third rounder out of Don Dugan, but I don't think there's anything worth reaching for. The thing is, we have one weak spot though in that linebacking corpse. But again, we have, next year, we have more draft picks than this. We can make it work. I think the rest of our defense is solid. If we can pick up another CB and be set for CBs for the future here, I mean, come on. I love it. I love the combine score. Curtis Duval, which you got 78 and hidden potential. We're killing the draft. 4 hidden potentials, 4 great picks. This draft is turning this team around. Love seeing it. Love seeing it. That's ready. We're ready to go. This team's got to start winning games, and that's going to come this year. Are we in the second round now? Looks like we're in the third round. See if there's anything else out here, or we can talk about just possibly going out there and not even worry about what's out here, and maybe just, go out there and say we're good with the draft and right guard, second round, third round material. There, be on a pass block, be on a lead block. That'd be the other thing we're going to talk about, though, is how are you looking at your combine scores? How important are those? John Norwalls, we can look at a right guard or something at this point in time if we really have to. Look at the left guards just in case. Nothing we really want out here. It doesn't look like we need to do a lot of scouting for these players. We need a lot of scouting here either. I want to keep a good friend at center and Billy Price, but I don't know. Lead block, run block, impact block, good stats there. How is that for his area though? Very good combine score as well. I mean, we can move, if we have to, we can move Billy Price to right guard. There's other stuff out here for the line. I ain't seen a whole lot. Run block, lead block, pass block. I think that's a good place to go. Like I said, bolster up that offensive line is one other spot, other than maybe safety. We can take a look at the safeties real quick just to make sure we haven't missed anything here. We have some solid safeties out on the board still too. Wow. Nothing too appealing though. A lot of it's a bunch of pursuit, and I mean it looks great on paper, but all that stuff with the pursuit, and I am just not a fan of pursuit. Again, tackle, play recognition, won't see anything with the zone. I think we go center here. The draft's been treating us well. Anthony Davenport. I think that's who we're looking for. Lead block, run block. Is that not who we're looking for? No, pass block, lead block. Who was we looking at now? It was not even a left. Was it a left guard? Was it a left guard? No, it wasn't a left guard. It was definitely a center. Was it Anthony Davenport? Was he the good? Yeah, he had the good combine scores. Lead block, run block, impact block. Great stats there, I think. Looks good. B's across the board. The only thing that might be better is Sam Hartley. I don't know why he's got a 5 by his name, though. The combine scores are solid. He's a pass protector, pass block, lead block, pass block. I'm assuming it's because of maybe he's a bad run blocker, but we can't really prove that any of these guys are good or bad run blockers. Run block, impact block. Way to not use your scouting points on that guy, fella. Way to go there. Those are some solid stats there in the combine. Let's do it. This is going to be our last pick of the draft. If this goes well, or if it doesn't, I don't want to trade the pick. Here we go. 68. It was a terrible pick. It was a dud. Not a fan. 68. I had a feeling. I didn't feel it. Wasn't feeling too good about it. 77 on a run, 68 on a pass. I thought he had good pass protector stuff. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, it's fine. 68. Can use some growth. We'll go out here and see if we can't trade away the rest of our picks. Ain't too much out there on the board. We probably could have traded away that third round pick. If I'm being honest, that really wasn't needed, and we went out there and kept that pick anyway. Oh, we're out of picks. Okay, we're out of picks for the we're out of picks for the draft. Maybe we could have traded that 3rd round pick after all, but we didn't. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. I think we had a great draft. We took a chance on that final lineman there and thought, maybe something can happen, but it didn't. Advance to the next user pick. We don't have one, right? It should end this draft. Yes, it should. Okay. We had 4 great players on this draft. An amazing draft. Can't be mad about how we drafted this year. We're going to see how this team turns out starting on our next episode. As for this one, though, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time.